Dave, you've been in this spot a lot, obviously, been in the same situation. How much can you really learn from your team, seeing them the day before, seeing their vibe, seeing their energy and all that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously today is pretty laid-back practice, just doing a few little defensive things and communicating and swinging the bats, breaking a little sweat, getting out of the hotel. Now we're going to go eat all as a team with our host team, basically, and then it's just straight-up baseball from here, getting ready mentally to break away from all of the hoopla. I mean, they deserve this and the attention, and all the teams do. But you gotta focus back in on the task, and the task is to try to find a way to slow down LSU's offense and find a way to score off Anderson. So, no, it's been good.
Coach, what were the conversations like that led to this practice being held here today?
Well, I just know that South volunteered their ballpark for us, and Cam went to school here, so I didn't fight it, and I'm fine with it. Usually we practice at a high school at least one time while we're here, and sometimes a couple times. Remember we practiced here one day, and we had a ball over the left field wall, and the van was driving by, and we shattered the slide window, and it was an ordeal, and it was kind of fun. But the person that was a little upset. But in this case, we just lost 40, 50 baseballs, but that's okay too. They're staying here, and we got to use the field, and I think it's good for the guys to go back and see where some of their teammates went to high school. I met the Iredales at the tournament in Arlington, and we were all on the bus, and Brent was talking to him. We were kind of waiting on him, and I realized who he was talking to. I went out and talked to him, and they said, "Coach, if you make it to Omaha, we'll be there." I said, "I'll see you at Omaha then," and I'm so glad they get to come. But it's really nice. It's nice that the parents are here and the fathers, and they can celebrate them a little bit. I don't feel like there's an issue there. I mean, you never know how it's going to play out. It's all about playing well, and if we do that, we'll be in good shape. And competition's so good here. There's just not much margin for error, and they know it, but they seem locked into me. And you come up on a Wednesday all the way through. Maybe now there's a lot going on, and then it starts to slow down. And they go to bed tonight, it's 100% thinking about the game. And I'd like them to go out and walk around inside the stadium during a ball game today, just to get a feel for the fans and the atmosphere, and I'm sure most of them will. We're just a couple blocks. They're going to walk down that way anyway and see what's going on around the ballpark. So I think that most of them are going to go in. I'd say probably all of them will, honestly. And coaches will make their way over there. I mean, we're having to do a lot of different things while we're up here. The recruiting and portal situation, and there's teams back in our league that are on it super hard right now, and we just got to make sure that we take care of our team too.
How do you balance that with the portal and just being here? How do you balance it?
Yeah, you just have to, when you get on the field, you got to be 100% out, thinking about your own players. But it's just part of it. It's just the way it is. It's always been that way. Maybe not to the extreme now that we have this transfer portal, but we're up here and this is where you want to be, and you just got to hope that the kids that are interested in us, they'll give us a chance to recruit them even though we're out of town, and but we are where they want to go, so that's a plus. So it's been fine so far.
Cade Anderson and Liam Doyle are not the same pitcher, but similar, both really good left-handed pitchers, as good as anyone in the country. Is there anything you can take from last week, and obviously seeing Anderson before, having some success?
Yeah, I mean, we know what our plan is. I mean, he's a tall lefty that throws the ball downhill, and he doesn't walk very many people. And we got to do it like we did last time. We got to fight him, and easier said than done. He's awfully good, but we have good hitters that are confident, and the good thing is we have left-handed hitters that can hit left-handed pitching. At least statistically, they've showed that up to now, and as a coach, I don't feel like I have to trade out hitters. We just basically play our starters and go from there. I think it's just real important, like I was mentioning earlier, you just can't make mistakes. You can't change the way you've been swinging all year. You mess them up, I would feel like. You got to be able to get from first to third on a single, and you get a runner at third and less two, you got to get them in. And you got to find ways to score besides hitting home runs. And we've had many games where we've done that. we've hit our share, but we don't just wait on it. We try to create innings with long at bats and fouling off pitches and taking a walk, and you get a single here or there, advancing runners with an at bat. You got to score, and then if you get a day up here where the winds may be out of the northwest, or it's going to blow pretty good, or just snow wind. The ball carries really good here when the wind's not howling in from center out of the south, but you just can't worry about it. You just go swing and hit the middle of the baseball, and good things happen.